What up? What up? Long awaited. We're here. We made it. While people are loading in, I gotta say this. I went and test drove Homo Crypto Erectus. What's up? Marquette Cap, what's good? Today's gonna be a good one. You guys are gonna be fucking fired up when we're done. But yesterday, I found out there was a Tesla Plaid event going on at a Tesla dealership near me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go test drive one. You usually can't test drive the Plaids. Like, they just don't have them. It's also dangerous. So I got to test drive a Model X Plaid and a Model S Plaid. And I tell you what, that shit should not be legal. Like, it should not be legal. It was the most fun I've ever had driving a car. And I've driven Teslas before, but Plaid is just different, dude. It's just different. Like, my neck legitimately hurt when I was done. By the way, remember when I drew this line last week and I was like, I'm guessing this is probably going to cap price or whatever the hell I streamed last. I don't know. When was that? And it's literally just been following it the entire time. I just, it's hard being right all the time. I'm not going to lie. No, seriously, when's the last time I streamed? I don't even fucking know. Well, regardless. Yeah, 8 people. No, it always happens. Poor you. Yeah. Seriously, though, look at this. Look at this shit. Just, I don't know how, man. TA, drawing lines, talking shit. I think, what I found is people seem to like it when I go off and fucking absolutely lose my fucking mind. I can do that. That's what this line is from. I literally drew this the last time I streamed. And then I went on that little tweet tirade where I was like, people are like, oh, bro, I don't know why it's gone up so much. Fucking ETF. You should long here right into fucking resistance. And then I sent that like talking shit tweet that like if you just tweeted the answer and didn't give methodology, I'd have like 10 times the followers. If I was just like, fucking moon boys, let's go, rocket emoji, magnet, fuck, holy shit. Instead, I post methodology, no one gives a shit. But like, yeah, I posted this line. This is the old topping resistance line I've literally been talking about forever. And that was last week. And what has it done the last 7 days since we streamed last? Oh, it's just ridden it the whole way. When everyone else was calling for moon. It's all gonna moon right now. You're fucking stupid. Okay? Anyway, I try to impart what wisdom that I can. My hope is that one of you just makes it wildly, wildly rich with me helping. Then you can just like, when you're being interviewed at the Forbes event, you can be like, I tell you what, man, Jared, you should go check him out. He's got like 85 people that watch him when he streams. Help me make it. You should make it too. Anyway, I digress. The point is, this is always, and of course, is going to be an area of resistance. You have a topping resistance line. You have this, like, I don't think you guys understand how important this area is. I should make it fucking bold and yellow so people understand that this is not just some fucking trivial area. 36.2 isn't just going to be blasted through. It's the same reason why Solana has an area. It's just not going to fucking blast through. I don't give a shit what you think. Cointrack says, well, Mai is helping me achieve the goal of getting semi-rich. Yeah, boy, I hooked you guys all the fuck up on that one, didn't I? Yeah, I'm sure I will be mentioned during many Senate hearings. Yeah, I dropped an alt for the first time in what feels like a year. If you got in when I dropped it, you made at least 3 times your money, probably 4 times your money. It looks like CoinShark is at 4x. I don't do that very often. This one had sufficient liquidity, and I had enough confidence in it that I dropped it. For those who pay attention, you made some money. Congratulations. Good for you. But I just want to be clear that this area is not one of those areas that you just blast through. Now, I say that, and you're going to be like, fucking Jared, hedging his bets again. Times of shitcoin are returning. There is one way. There is one way that this blasts through. And it's going to happen in like 10 days. Allegedly. Allegedly. Park says Jared trying to get the call in trying to get the stream in pre-pump. Rugged. Yeah, Park. Exactly. The way that this rips is if like we just come back with like super bullish ETF news. We know it's going to be approved. I don't know. Like I think this entire thing has been the ETF is going to be approved. If I'm honest, I think it will get approved. I don't think that's really a big thing. Let's see what these assholes have to say. This is its next target, and then it gives you like 45 fucking paragraphs. Yeah, that's like it literally has a fucking clickbait title. This is Bitcoin's next target, and it doesn't even give a target. It's pretty awesome. Very solid work by the people over at TradingView. It finally stopped logging me out though, so that's a win. Anyway, this is not going to be something that's just easily blown through without a catalyst. And like here's I came in hot today. I'm going to be talking shit a lot because I've been right a lot lately, and that makes me confident, and that makes me want to talk shit, including hooking you guys up on shitcoins. And I said this a lot, okay? I said this a lot during the entire last run. And I'm not sure you guys really understand what I mean by it, but I'm going to call it out again anyway, okay? This price action is not good. You go, well, Jared, look at this huge fucking dildo. Of course it's good. Yeah, that's good. But what's happened once we've gotten up here is not as productive and strong as it could be. Now, I'm not saying it's weak, but there's a reason why bull flags and pennants and shit like that are preferable in explosive moves, because this drift upward, think of it as like as this being like the opening bullet where you're like you shoot something and you shoot it once. Let's say you shoot like a fucking zombie, okay? You shoot a zombie, you hit it once, you hit it in a critical area and it kind of like stumbles. And then like you use all the rest of these bullets trying to like knock it out permanently, and like it doesn't happen. The zombie's gonna come back and kill you. You don't have any bullets left. Okay, that's where I'm going on this analogy. You're like, Jared, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, my point here is this. This is using a lot of in-move momentum to drift higher. And people who are like super horny on leverage, like just think that this shit is moon only and aren't really thinking, are firing their bullets trying to get through here. So when the time comes for us to actually take the move, a lot of the clowns we need to push us higher have already, shot their shot and they missed, okay? So this area is absolutely ripe for correction. And in many ways, I feel like it should. It'd be the more productive thing. And a lot of you are like, I didn't log in to hear you like, hey, it's going to reject. But, I think it should. It hopefully would. Because if this rejects, then we come down and we retest this zone. It becomes like the most positive environment. Like everybody's having fun right now. Like I gave out an alt for the first time in like 18 months that mooned and people made money. We're happy with that. Some NFTs are getting a bid. I saw a CryptoPunk sold for $1 million like yesterday. So like, things are looking good. But if you think that's fun, what we really want to have happen is this resistance be proven as support, which is my green box here. And it hasn't yet. It's strong when you break through it. It's even stronger when you never have to challenge it again. But I'll tell you this much, you don't challenge it with a slow drift upward. You just don't. Because this whole area needs to be filled in. Remember, chart inefficiencies is what ends up being the catalyst for like major corrective moves. Okay. So like this whole area in here still has not really been traded through. We went from one high population area to another, and filling out this area would kind of make the inefficiencies in the chart go away. Does that mean that it will? Not necessarily, but a drift upward along resistance lines into one more resistance line, into another resistance line is not good. And like we could just drift sideways for fucking a while and just move up towards 36. People would all go to sleep, like, whatever. Not great. So we need to shit it off the pot, and that needs to happen soon. Allegedly, the ETF announcement comes out on the 17th. Okay, so maybe the 17th is the move, and that punches us higher. But I don't think it's going to be like we all start just absolutely fucking going ham. I think our best case scenario is up to 40K, which is something we'll take. But personally, I would rather us reject. I would rather us reject here, come down. We have our higher high. Let's make our higher low. Get the doomsayers that are selling support, the same ones who buy resistance, sell support. You want those people. It's all fucked. We're going back to zero. Look out. My price target 17K. You start getting people memeing you on Twitter like Capo, who sent out like a alert all notice that we were going to zero right when Bitcoin broke out, which is hysterical. Anyway, I think it breaks down. And retest the area. Maybe I'm wrong. There's just too much shit ahead. It's the same reason why we were sitting there, and I'm going to talk about Solana more closely, but when Sunday came back in illustrious fashion and was like, hey guys, I'm back, and then Solana ripped, and on these days, he and I were chatting, and I'm like, I just don't think that this is one of those things that you blow through in an instant candle. Like, there's just too much history over here, and you can see why, right? It's this shit here. Like, you just don't blow through that. There's history there. It's exactly what happened, okay? We got to an area, it kind of rejected. Is it saying it won't happen again? No, but like, look, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now of it just kind of like puttering around in the area. Could it break out? Certainly. And I set those alerts that you guys were like, hey, Jared's thing went off. Here it is. One alert hit. This is the next alert. When we get through 48, it's going to 78. Don't miss that ride. Anyway, I digress. The point is, you can't just like load for bear and go. This right here is the most bullish chart in anything. I mentioned this in the chat the other day. This is going to make you guys an obscene amount of money because it's an indicator about what's potentially to come. This right here, I'll delete my shit, is very, very bullish for macro, okay? That is a technically sound cup with handle on the QQQ. A very technically sound cup with handle on the QQQ. I don't think people have been looking at this because, like, it's a fucking weekly cup with handle on the NASDAQ, guys. That's risk on. That's high beta. Now, you might look at this and go, like, well, then let's ride. Let's go. It's up only. It's not, okay? It takes a while to break out with a handle. It takes a while to break out of a handle. It still takes a while to overcome this stuff. We're starting to see it right now. It is a buy the book cup with handle on QQQ weekly. Like, this is good. This is very good. Remember, QQQ is high beta. Risk assets. When we were getting shit on, I mean, look, November of 21 was the crypto top. Right here. Right here. This was the crypto top. Look what we've been dealing with. Look when we've been going up. And now we have a cup with handle. Why doesn't it look the same way with Bitcoin? Well, because, Sam's a shitbag and a bunch of other stuff happened. And I, like, think about this. This was Luna. This was Sam. This was all this shit down here. I firmly believe that if we hadn't had those events where, like, forced liquidations had to happen, Bitcoin probably holds this area. And it never gives it up. And then we're making the same structure. But you can see here, if you look against the QQQ, which I have that chart, look at the relative strength and how shitty it is versus the QQQ. But when we were up here, we were pretty close. QQQ is almost back, and we're not. But the positive side of it is we have a cup with handle forming on the weekly on QQQ. If you get a breakout on that, that means that people who are open and like risk assets are putting money into risk assets, and that will have a flow effect to Bitcoin. That's more money coming into Bitcoin. That's what we want, right? But this does not happen instantaneously, okay? Just because I draw with cup with handle. First of all, cup with handles can fail. They generally don't on this high of a time frame, but it doesn't mean that they break out instantaneously. Let me give you a really good example on that. You go, oh, fuck, here we go. What are we looking at here? The biggest cup and kind of handle. This is actually technically not as strong. You want the cup to be here, which is where it is in the QQQ. But this is like a huge cup with handle on gold, and this is a fucking monthly chart. Since it became, like, if you go back, okay, since you got to hear a lot of, like, dude, this is when, remember when Peter Schiff was just going insane? When he was like, fucking, gold is gonna, if you're not gold, you got nothing. And he was on Twitter constantly. Like, this is when. And he was like, you guys are all gonna eat my ass. Like, he was crazy about it based on this chart, thinking that it was gonna go nuts. And look what's happened since. That was May of 21. And we're just chilling. Right? I don't know why we're going so fucking slow here. But here you go. All right, so May of 21. And it's just kind of moved sideways. It hasn't done anything. So yes, the cup with handle is very strong. We like it a lot. However, it can take a little time for it to rip. So it's good news for us. And like, if I'm completely honest, like, can we just hold off till like April of 24? Like, just kind of have a breakout maybe? Because if that lines up with the halvening, we're going to be in a good spot. Okay. To no one's surprise, part of my tirade was, this is the most important chart in crypto. Nobody believed me. And that was my Twitter rant. And hey, look what happened. It rejected exactly where it should have. It was. Yeah, Sunday's in there taking a victory lap in the Telegram group for his Sol pullback, because it looks like Sol's about to rip. So, his sub was sub 40, so, that's like a 2x play on huge liquidity if you want it. Which is why, there's a game theory play with Solana, but remember, this chart is the most powerful chart in crypto. We've caught highs, we've caught lows off of it, we caught breakouts. This was the week we knew it was coming before everybody else did, and it got to an area of resistance, and that's when I was telling you guys to calm the fuck down. So this again would fall under the category of it's not going to just slice through it. It really isn't. Anyway, let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is trying its best, but Ethereum is just getting its fucking ass kicked. There's there's no good way to look at this. Ethereum is just lagging horrendously, which Ethereum led for a long time, right? Ethereum led forever. After the initial move in Bitcoin, when Bitcoin broke 20K, after from 40K to 60K, that move was actually led by Ethereum, which is crazy. If you go back and look at the chart by chart, you can actually put up a chart of daily of Bitcoin over, it should have to be more 8-hour charts. 8 hour of Bitcoin over Ethereum and rip the replay back. Watch who goes first after those moves. It wasn't Bitcoin, it was Ethereum. Well, that is completely gone the other way. And this thing sucks. Because right now, if they were just holding par, if Bitcoin and Ethereum were just moving in unison, Ethereum would be at $2,500 right now. Right? Look where it is. It's right up against this line. Up against the January 22 lows. January 22 lows. Hey, look, January 22. $2,500. It's lost tremendous tremendous strength versus Bitcoin. Yeah. Flashbang just said, people have been shilling ETH BTC move, the early rotation. And there's a lot of people laughing about that because a lot of people are trying to time that move. And I have misplayed that rotation a lot. I'll tell you what you should look at. Don't listen to anybody else. You can listen to me because I'm notoriously slow to be like, all right, it's actually happening. I don't think it's there yet. But the two things you want to look at are ETH BTC and Bitcoin dominance, and neither of them say rotate to ETH right now. And this chart fucking sucks. Like, there's nothing good about this chart. Compared to Bitcoin. Are there good things about it? Sure. I mean, like, this was a downtrend. It broke out from it. It's still sitting under this previous line. That's this white arrow on this green. It's still like the point of control. It's called a point of control on a map. Or on a chart, like it was resistance here, it was support here, it was resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. We haven't broken it. So the part where Ethereum actually starts to get interesting to me is like north of 1935, but really north of 2000, and seeing some relative strength that would show up on this chart. And this chart looks like shit. Okay. In fact, Sunday and I talked about it when it's like, you look at the monthly chart, I was like, yeah, we broke down from 0.053, and I would like to see that recovery. Bitcoin going for it right now. It's going for it. 35.5. No, reject. I would like to see, like, if you saw like a compelling recapture of 0.053, you could justify that rotation. But look what happened. It peaked its head up and immediately got smashed. So like, it thought about trying to get over that line and has been struggling. So I don't think you need to rush into that rotation, Flash, to your point. Like, the thing that you wouldn't want to miss, okay, like if we're actually trying to plan this shit out, is this. Okay, like you do not want to miss this break. Okay. So like, when that happens, you want to be in, but you're going to lose a lot of money to Bitcoin if you rotate early, and opportunity. So it's not just like, yeah, the early recapture off the monthly would be great. Okay. Like that was like the early entry for me, like this 0.053, sorry. This 0.053 would be an early entry, but it's not like the entry you have to take. I think it's like choosing the better instrument at the time. There's too much going for Bitcoin right now. Yeah, that's exactly how you should think about it. Like, I say it all the time to people. People send me, I have some buddies who I'm like, you can send me charts whenever you want, and I'll happily chart them for you. And they do. And I'm like, here's my spot. And like, it works for both of us because I give them a chart and that helps them make decisions, and they're sourcing the shit to begin with. And so it kind of has this symbiotic thing where it's like, you think there's FA? Cool. Send me the chart. I'll tell you. So anyway, a lot of times they send me charts, and like the ones that I like are the ones that are already like pumped. Okay. The ones that are leaders, the ones that don't have shit overhead. So they're like, well, yeah, but this one is, 80% off all-time high and looks bullish. I'm like, yeah, true. But that's a lot of overhead supply. You want to play with the leaders. So like, to your point there, Flashbang. So clearly wait for a sign of strength. Yeah, like, there's two ways to look at it. And in my opinion, the catch-up play on Ethereum is trendy, but like it's a lot harder to catch. The strength play on Ethereum is the one you don't want to fuck up when like it very clearly is leading. And like Ethereum has not led since September of 22. It has been 14 fucking months. It's been 14 months since Ethereum led. So, and just like, I know that some of you guys tune in and you're like, this fucking guy again. Okay. But just humor me. This is a fucking weekly chart. Okay. Why do I put this shit up when like I talk about much more advanced shit all the time because sometimes you guys just need to think about it. Okay? It's very hard to catch moves. To rotate into a move and feel good about it. Like picking the best of good things is hard because you see like, okay, Bitcoin's mooning. All right, these alts are mooning. Now Link's mooning. Now, like, how do you do it? And relative strength, like understanding relative strength is the thing that people screw up all the time. And the base tenet of relative strength is understanding how trends work. There was like this rip from July of 22 to September of 22 where like this is not hard to see that Ethereum was leading, right? But here it's just been a series of lower highs and lower lows. That's a trend for Bitcoin. So what does it actually look like? Like I'm here to tell you that first off, if you listen to me, I want to tell you like, hey, the move is now. Okay. The move is now. But even if you don't, if you're like, fuck this guy, it's the last time I'm ever listening to him, first off, cool. That's for you. But what you want to see is this shift, and you don't have to race to be there. Okay. You want to see this shift. You want to see a higher high and a higher low. Not even just a higher high, because that shit can be a fake out. On high time frames, it's a lot harder. But this is the easiest way to not like, dude, oh fuck, I rotated too early. I lost 20%. Like, yeah, that sucks. Particularly when there's very few like high liquidity moves that you can do at certain levels. But you want to see the lower high taken out. When's the last time a lower high was taken out? It would have been the high, and this was not even a higher high, but like a lower high being taken out the last time was literally summer of last year. So the time where like you really need to be involved, no shit, is the break of a higher high after a higher low is formed. We're talking on a weekly chart. So we're legitimately talking about months of time here before you'd really feel like you missed out on the move. And you're going to be like, well, fucking what? Like, look how much time could have run by there. Yeah, for sure. Like, I totally get it. But it's not like you don't have to be hyper aggressive in that rotation. Just wait for a trend change and then rotate to Ethereum. Wait for a trend change and then rotate to Ethereum. It's not sexy. It's not fun. But like you want to confirm strength before you rotate early. Because like Bitcoin has so many things going for it right now. Inflation out of fucking control. There's wars. We're going to have to print again. The economy's dog shit or going to be dog shit. You know, like the dollar's going to go down. Bitcoin's going to go up. And like the money flow is not something that's up for debate in crypto. It really isn't. Money flows from Bitcoin to majors to mids to lows to micros. NFTs are somewhere in the middle, and then shit blows up. It happens every time, okay? You want the money you're going to get, the easiest money possible from Bitcoin before you rotate and try to level up. Is this making sense? Generally speaking, I don't go on like soliloquies like this, but, you know. Sometimes I got to repeat myself. All right, good. Thank you. Look how much worse I'll just do SPY because that's more, oops. Here's this. Here is the weekly on the QQQ. The relative strength of QQQ over the SPY is very clear. And I guess I can take this off. It will look better. But you can just see how far price has retraced on this move. SPY has literally gone almost back down to the previous breakout point. QQQ hasn't come close to it. That breakout point's 316. We're at 373, right? So you have very clear strength and risk assets, which is very nice. Very nice. What you want. And we'll see that, I think, probably play out relatively soon. And it should lead to, in my opinion, a pretty strong year. Why? Because it's an election year next year. So I think 2024 is going to be pretty good. We're going to have a Bitcoin halving. We're going to have an election. I mean, there's a lot of shit that's going to go on that should be good for us. So the time now is just like, you know, incremental gains. Throw you a few more my's and we figure it out. Since Highlander's boy is watching the stream for the first time, we'll go to, I think his name is Jay. Adam stopped exactly where it should. We talked about this before. This area was important. Did it once here. Nice little double bottom here. Adam comes off the mat. Our boys over at Juno, absolutely having a go. It's nice to see. I was talking with Kaz about this yesterday, and I was like, you know, as long as the market doesn't turn to shit, I don't see a way we don't get to 93 cents. I really don't. I don't know if it keeps going after that. I can't say that. But this is all bullshit. Right? Like this like just like sell off is like the sell off of death. Usually people don't come back from that. Juno did. Okay, nice, good to see. And what also is like the best thing that happened through all of this is what I circled last time, which is like people just fucking max selling the bottom. It's so good. I did not sell the bottom. I have not sold in a long time. I actually bought at like 29 cents. But people max selling the bottom is so good for us if you still hold Juno, because all those weak ass hands sold for like nothing. They're gone. And then someone who believed got in and they think there's a second act. Like this is a classic let people just shit all over it into nothingness, and then now you don't have to worry about those pussy ass hands overhead, pardon my language, selling out of Juno because they already sold. They sold into the bottom, which is awesome. So it's a better chance of this being a sustained move. And so, in my opinion, even though I haven't talked about Juno in a while, and I probably still won't tremendously, technically speaking, like this heat from these sells, you know, reached a crescendo here. It held them off. Those sellers are gone. I don't think you're going to see sellers again until $1, 93 cents or $1. So, you know, you heard it here first. My target, at least near term for Juno, is like double from where we are at this moment. And that's not, I mean, like, there's a ton of reasons why I think Juno will eventually figure it out and do well. And that's because the people, our boy Highlander, obviously, Jake, Reese, like very, very smart people, innovating, doing shit that a lot of other people don't do. Like, that's the reason why I like Juno to begin with. I like Max, you know, some of the other guys as well. Camel. They're just good dudes, right? You bet on the team. And they just got embroiled on all that shit with that fucking Nightingale guy. Or the fucking Takumi, right? And, you know, just shit on the project. You bet on the team from an FA perspective. But from a technical perspective, I've seen reversals that look like this a lot. Like people just like max sell the lows, and there's just no one overhead, which is nice to see. I'm going to go back and make a clip of me talking about Link, like this week, and literally just going back for the last fucking year and being like, when Link breaks out, it's going to be nasty, because we talked about it forever. And yeah, I thought for sure it would reject here. It's trying to break through. If Link breaks through here, and it looks like it will, right now it does, right? So like if you see, what would a rejection look like? If you just see this like open candle just get like ripped back down and we close below this low, that's a rejection. But if it actually just holds up and closes above my line here, which is very valid, 1270. If it closes above 1270, I'll see it at $16.85, $17, and barring something absolutely unforeseen in the crypto market, I'd be willing to bet a ton of money that's where it goes. Yeah. So, all right, Karcher. So Karcher just said something that is like psychologically very difficult to deal with. Okay. I'm desperately telling myself not to chase this pump. Dude, I totally get it. First off, like, you've been watching me for a long time. You know I don't say shit like I have about Link. Okay. So, like, in the future, if I ever say shit like that, just get it back. Just hold on. And I'll let you know. Okay. But this is 4 weeks of incredible strength off the bottom. And in many ways, like what was happening on Juno and what happened here on Link are very, very similar. You got this consolidation. And like, why is this one different? Well, like, it didn't go down into fucking oblivion like Juno did. But like, what's happening is the same. Like Chainlink God and those dudes that just made an absolute fortune on money here that sold, you know, they got their 100 million or whatever it is. They decided they were going to absorb sells below 553. So again, like, you have to think about the psychology of trading. What's happening when people sell the lows and it's held up? And I'm not saying held up over a couple of days. I'm saying motherfuckers who are like, we're defending here. Whoever wins that battle, and the battle lasted from May of 22 until October of 23. Whoever wins that battle wins that fucking battle, because essentially the people who were shitting on Link and just absolutely max selling it at the lows, it was all transferred to people who believe in it going higher, and then it resolved higher. It's not one of those things that reverses often. Now, if it rejects, and it could, like if we get a sell down the remainder of this week, we close below 1270 and this trend reverses, which by the way, it doesn't look like it's going to on the MACD, but if it does, it can, then I'm 100% certain you will get a buy opportunity under $10. Under $10. Could it go back to 8? Probably not. But like, you could see, like, I don't often whip out, you know, fibs. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted there. That's how often I use fucking fibs that I don't even remember what the goddamn signal is on here. But like, this like 50% retrace, 50 to 61, that like 950 to 866 is a gold-plated buy. Like a gold-plated buy. If you get a rejection off of this area, the 50% retrace is a 100% buy. It is about as gold-plated as you can get. So put that on your calendar, put it whatever, set an alert. A 50% retrace, which by the way is swing low to swing high in a move. The most recent swing low and swing high. If you really wanted to, you could go here, but it's going to be a more, like, you're fucking asking for favors, okay? So like, this area is the correct area. Somewhere in here, you form a high or low. That's the fib. All the fib fucking traders will be out in force. They'll be like, oh, fucking fibs. Fibs till I die, bitch. Like, they'll be out. You want to buy right here. If it doesn't happen, then you have to chase. Chasing is not fun. I'm going to give an example of something that I'm trying not to chase right now, and just by showing you about it, it's going to make me have to chase. I've never spoken about it yet. So I'm going to give you something new today. And it's something that literally a friend has been hitting my head about it since it was $18 and it was trading at $134 last night. Yeah, oh shit, something new. I'm trying not to chase it. Yeah, it is Tau. Yep, Tau. Okay. A buddy of mine literally validates on all subnets. All subnets. He's been telling me about it since it was 12, 16, 18 bucks. And yeah, it just has like tremendous FA. And I'm not going to chase it. I'm just not going to. I want to, and here's why. I'll tell you how I'm going to get into it. Let me get back to it. Let me finish my shit. Okay. Don't you do this. Don't you fucking pull me off my train of thought. God damn it. I do that enough on my own. We'll talk about Tau in a second. This is the other thing for Link. Yeah. This is the thing about Link that really is what you want to watch. This is a trend break. This is like the example that I gave. Like, imagine if this was the ETH BTC chart, okay? So you see this like just like fading into oblivion bullshit here. Now look at Linketh. Link was doing the same thing. Like, Link versus Ethereum wasn't doing shit. We knew that it had a good chance to show relative strength, and it did. It kind of popped out of this DTL, right? So here's the DTL. Imagine it popping out. You really didn't even have to get long on it. It formed a higher high. It formed a higher low. And the technical buy would have been here, 0.00417. It's still been a freaking 70% move versus Ethereum. You didn't catch the lows, but you didn't have to. This is the same idea of how you should play Bitcoin to Ethereum. But the point is, you don't want to chase Link. I totally get it. However, look at this fucking chart. So you find any alignment of Link USD and Link ETH, you take it. You take it to the fucking bank. You put it in hardware. You put it in a hardware wallet and you don't touch it. Solana. Yeah, I mean, I already talked about it. Solana over 48 is going to 78. It's a $30 move. And why that is worth playing, why it's even worth chasing. Because, like, look, we all could have bought Solana under 28 bucks. We talked about buying it under $8. Some people did. I did not. I thought the shit was dead. Okay. If you get a Solana move above 48, it's worth the chase, because I'm telling you, there's nothing in the way. There's nothing on either side that's going to get in the way and stop it from moving. And the reason why it's worth playing the catch-up play on that is because there are very few plays, guys who have $10 million, $100 million, can trade with size and have it not fuck up a chart. This is one of them. Because the liquidity is deep enough on Solana for those dudes to take full size and ride a position. There's literally like 10 opportunities in crypto for those guys to actually get in and make money. And this is one of them. That's why you don't want to fade it. All right? Because dudes with size can actually play it. It's the same reason why Doge is worth playing. It's worth chasing too. It is right up against resistance against Ethereum. Right here. I don't know. Was there something that caused that? The rip in, what I was just asking is the rip in Bitcoin. Was there like a news event? The trigger on Solana is a break of 48. So like it's a breakout trade. Google breakout trade. I was at Donald Trump. Google the breakout trade. People say. Anyway. I've never actually tried to do a Donald Trump impression. That was it. The teeth sucking. Breakout trades are notorious for being what fails most often. And it's 100% true. You have to, you can't just YOLO in size on a breakout trade. I mean, during the bull people did, but, don't. So it has a high failure probability, just technically, but if it does it, it's doing it. So, confirm the breakout, make some free money. Word. Confirm the breakout, make some free money. Arbitrum finally broke its spiral of death. X will be happy to hear that. It's nice to see. Curve. STG, dude. STG got up off the mat and had a hella reversal on the last day. People are speculating on whether or not there's going to be airdrop for layer 0, I don't know, LZO, whatever it is. We'll see. Look at Doge trying. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about before. Clearly, a lot of you guys have seen it. For Tau to get over this level at 100 is a big deal. If you actually want to go in and like read about what they're doing, it is really cool. It makes sense, kind of, to me, right? Like, I kind of get it. And this is like real volume here, okay? So, like, it's entering price discovery. The thing that I was hoping for, because, like, even, like, last week, it was, like, under $80, or low 80s. And I was like, nah, not yet. I just wanted to see what it did when we had, like, a bad stretch. Because you can see, like, this wicked up to 151. It went down to 20. It went up to 100. It went down to 45. Like, there's been some pretty huge moves in here. But there has never been 3 weeks like this. Like, this is marking up. And, like, think about the people who bought here. It's probably not going to be people who are just like, fuck it, and they just close at the first sign of weakness. But I was hoping I would get, like, a flagging pattern here, and I obviously did not get that. But it's got a cool value prop. It's interesting. You know what? The reason why I would, like, when I first was told about it months ago, I was like, fucking Polkadot. Fuck you. Like, literally, that was it. Fucking Polkadot, man. I know they're off dot. They got their own deal. But, like, I hate Polkadot with a fiery passion of 1,000 fucking suns. And anything that was on it. So, yeah. That sounds right, Flash. Sounds right. But, you know, like I said, if we're 10 days away from an ETF announcement, it could get leaked. You know, so there's a couple different reasons. But, yeah, based on people who know more than me, if you get a chance at Tau under 100, it's worth taking. Just know that there's a lot of people that loaded up under. Neon, no. Oh. $271 million at 27 cents. Do they have any value proposition to speak of? Like, is there anything that's good about it? I mean, obviously it's an EVM on Solana, but isn't the point kind of like not to use Ethereum Virtual Machine on Solana? Isn't that like the whole reason to be on Solana? I know I'm like kind of shitting on that, but like that's how my brain works. I go, well, there's no real reason to be on Solana. Yeah, it's lightning fast, but like, it's built on Rust, WebAssembly. I don't know. Should be better. As I told you guys before, I discovered a huge Rollbit position that I bought in February of 22. And so I'm now a Rollbit maxi because I have a lot of money and Rollbit. So, let me shill my ref link for Rollbit. I don't have one. All right. By the way, it's like a 2OM cap. 20 million? 2OM? I mean, it said 200 million a second ago. $271 million. Oh, circulating. All right. Yeah, that's a problem with this fucking site, is you can never really tell. Bend. Are the people taking loans again? The people are taking loans again for Bored Apes. Look. They're taking loans again. It's funny. Blur. What a shit. Look at this shit, man. It's fucking 15 cents off the bottom. Blur sucks. Any other alts you want to take a look at? Otherwise, I'm getting out of here. Just be careful. Kuji? Oh, yeah. Fucking Kuji. Man, you guys just like love to be like, hey, talk about this shit that you fucked up, Jared. Cool. Papered. Bro. Yeah, I mean, I dropped the FUD in there. Because again, like, I didn't do a ton. Yo, Jesus Christ. What? You know what this is? This is the chart representation of how much people hate Sonny. This is the chart representation of how much people fucking hate Sonny. That guy sucks so bad. This is nice, though. This is an impressive chart. We'll see if they can sustain it, but it looks like it will. Yeah, so my... I need to look up what it is right now. I have a Moonbag left. That's it. Yeah, $9. That sucks. Yep, I have a Moonbag left. I just saw some fun around it. Since I didn't really do the FA research myself, I was just like going off what a buddy shilled to me. I want to let you guys know. So hopefully you guys made money. Sorry, I kind of rang the bell on FUD a little early, but I think almost everyone, everyone that I shared that with made money. So congratulations. Just fucking subscribe to my Twitch channel, you cheap fucks. Yeah, X. Fucking no. Look at that. Look at your fucking name in the chat. Yeah, no emblem next to your name, you bastard. Got CoinShark, 25-month subscriber. UBT. Unibright. Oh my god. Why? Why are you holding it? No. No, there are no signs of recovery. This is just moving with the market at large. Maybe if you get over 25 cents. If you get over 25 cents, that's like everything's going to get sold over 25 cents. Then from 25, you could see it move to 68. All right. Yeah. No. That's cool, man. You change accounts. Totally get it. Yeah, that's fine. Fucking cheap ass. Fucking. Yeah. Hey, Jared, I made 10 grand on your call. $4.99 a month. Bridge too far, though. Whatever. All right. I'm out of here. I've had enough. Pretty standard stuff, though. This line is not just going to be blasted through and only it's going to do it with an ETF. You could like easily convince me. I mean, this is a lot of volume, but you could convince me this is a big pump to just sell. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. It was fun. Thank you to the subscribers and being supporters. Appreciate you. Be safe out there. Get back in the Telegram. Telegram slaps lately. It's good. Oh, great use of the emoji. See you guys.